Now, viewer, just how normal does this scene look? It's incredible. It's difficult to believe that those Twin Towers once dominated this particular frame, this view. Only when you zoom in can you see that enormous mountain of debris there. The broken, shattered pieces of these two large edifices of illegality and corruption lying there in pieces. They will be the source of the money that will pay for the actual demolition. But take a look at how normal the scene actually looks. It's incredible. We've got before and after pictures that we've been playing on our screen through the last 20 minutes since the demolition took place, and it's difficult to imagine this frame without those towers. How much better does it look? It looks like the scene has completely opened up. There's more light, there's more visibility, and the illegal manner in which those towers came up have in many metaphorical ways given rise to this beautiful view. For all of those towers that were affected and had to be in the shadow of those towers, it's literally a brighter future. It's a brighter day because they get to see sunlight perhaps for the first time. It's a day of relief. It's a moment of relief for hundreds of families who live in the towers very close to the Supertech Twin Towers where they stood, because they look totally intact. There's been no damage. You know, perhaps some glass panes may have broken, but the engineers, remember, had said you don't need to worry about shrink wrapping or bubble wrapping your crockery or or taping up your windows. It's going to be all fine. It's going to go totally scientifically. And by the looks of it, I'm not a demolition expert, I'm not an engineer, but by the looks of it, things have gone the way the engineers promised us they would. And that's going to be a source of great satisfaction, joy and relief for hundreds of people who live in those two colonies, myself included, even though my tower is a little bit away from the actual Twin Towers and where they stood. Now, the challenge now, apart from the health concerns, apart from the big dust cloud, is going to be the return of hundreds of families, nearly 5,000 people who were evacuated in both of those colonies to the left and right of that huge mountain of debris. Both of those colonies will now have to be repopulated. Many people chose to go away on holiday. Many people have just moved away to houses of friends or relatives to be able to be part of this entire exercise, be part of this entire dramatic event. And now, starting around 7 p.m. or later, they get to return to their homes, breathing a huge sigh of relief that things have gone well and that there is no damage. Remember, hearts have definitely been in mouths, breaths have been held for many minutes together over what may have happened. People had been planning for the worst. As our reporters were telling us, those who've spoken to, those most affected by this demolition, they'd been carrying suitcases full of documents, their jewelry, their precious items, their home-owning papers, and leaving from the site because something somewhere told them, you need to be prepared for any untoward incident. So imagine their relief and happiness today as they get to return without a hitch. Take a look at some of the reactions coming in.
It is as per the plans. The teams were working for this execution of the Honorable Supreme Court's order, and largely it is as per the plans. We are going to the site to assess the remnants which are there. See, one is if there is any leftover explosive which could become a safety issue. Second is about the debris, and thirdly about the smoke in the area so that the visibility, and we need to restore the traffic as quickly as possible. Thank you sir.
देखिए, हमारे को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था टीम स्टैंड बाय करने के लिए, तो जो उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से हमने टीम्स यहाँ लगा रखी हैं। रेस्ट जितनी भी डिटेल है वो प्रशासन देख रहा है, उसको तो आपको वहाँ से मिल जाएगी। एनडीआरएफ का जितना काम था वो पूरा नहीं, हमारी अभी तक कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है।
सोसाइटीज में कोई डैमेज ब्रॉडली नहीं है, लेकिन जैसा मैंने बताया अभी जस्ट ब्लास्ट होके हटा है। एक घंटे के अंदर स्थिति बेहतर पता लगेगी।
6 p.m. today is when Edifice Engineering will be holding a press conference. They will put out a detailed statement and share information. They'll take some of India Today's questions as well about the success of today's operation. By all accounts, by every visible indicator, this has been a totally successful demolition. No small feat, viewer, because this was India's largest demolition so far. Let's hope no further illegal structures need to be demolished this way. Let's hope no further illegal structures are ever built. And in just a short while from now, we'll get more information about the rehabilitation and the aftermath, the post-demolition actions that will be taken by all of the agencies that have been on standby bravely for the last 72 hours, many of them without adequate sleep, have been working round the clock to ensure the safety of this particular neighborhood of Noida, right on the outskirts of Delhi. And to all of the first responders, to all authorities who've made this success possible, the salute of the people of Noida. That it was carried out safely, that it was carried out without a hitch. Let's be thankful to the experts, the engineers who made this possible. Let's also remember that it took 20 crore rupees to bring these two towers down, and it is the debris that you see in that huge mountain that will actually fund the demolition costs. 5 crore rupees has been paid by Supertech, the builders of the Twin Towers. The remaining 15 crores will be recovered from the 4,000 tons approximately of building material and steel that has been made available thanks to this demolition.